When BMW first launched the 6th generation G11 G12 version of its top saloon, the 7 Series, it elevated itself back into contention at the top end of the boardroom-level luxury sedan segment. But much has happened since, hence the need for this significantly revised model. Yes, it makes more of a frontal statement, but equally important are the changes made to the engineering and technology of this car. It's a rejuvenated proposition.
On the move, BMW has thrown everything it knows at making this improved 6th generation 7 Series a match for its S-Class arch rival. This enhanced 7 claims to deliver extra refinement and fronts up with new V8 petrol and plug-in engine options, although most buyers will continue to opt for the conventional 3-litre 6-cylinder derivatives, probably the 730D diesel, but possibly the 740i petrol model that we've chosen to try here. As before, key to the design of this model is the lighter weight that was made possible by its so-called carbon core. And that's a structure that was fashioned from a material mix of high-strength steels, aluminium and CFRP, carbon fibre reinforced polymer. That allows for slightly more dynamic handling than is common in this class, and more efficient emissions too. The Volume 730D puts out a class-leading NEDC rated 138 grams per kilometre figure, and it manages a very creditable 44.1 mpg WLTP rated combined cycle fuel economy too. This model's traction and agility can be further improved with an optional X-Drive 4-wheel drive system, which is standardised on the more powerful models, and by an extra cost integral active steering system that gives you extra manoeuvrability through the corners. There is also an optional Executive Drive Pro active chassis control feature, and that uses electromechanically adjustable anti-roll bars to compensate for body roll. Plus, with this pack fitted, your 7 Series will feature a stereo camera that can predict the topography of the road ahead and prepare the damping accordingly. Across the 7 Series range, the suspension setup in question remains an advanced 2-axle self-leveling air sprung system. All the engines work with a standard 8-speed sport Steptronic automatic gearbox, and all are whisper quiet, with refinement that's aided by extra noise suppression and thicker laminated window glass. The range kicks off with the 265 HP 730D diesel I've already mentioned. This model's engine is also offered an uprated 320 HP form in the 740D X-Drive variant. This 340 horsepower 740i petrol model also has to share its 3-litre 6-cylinder power plant with the 286 HP 745e plug-in hybrid variant. Further up the range, the 750i gets the twin-turbo 4.4-litre V8 that BMW developed for its latest M5, this unit here putting out 530 horsepower, and the flagship model remains the M760iL, which offers 585 HP from its huge 6.6-litre V12. Time to take a look inside. As is appropriate in a boardroom-level luxury saloon, you get a fabulously opulent cabin, embellished in this revised model with extra matte chrome and piano black finishing for much of the switchgear. As perhaps before, there's still rather more of similarity to lesser BMW models than some well-heeled owners might want, but it's hard to fault the cabin ergonomics, which see you perfectly positioned on brilliantly comfortable, supportive, multifunctional comfort seats trimmed in stitched Napa leather, and viewing digital screen technology that's now delivered by the standard Live Cockpit Professional package, which combines this 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster display with a 10.25-inch centered ash infotainment monitor. All of this is accessible via touchscreen, via the usual lower iDrive touch controller or voice control. There's some clever stuff incorporated into this sophisticated setup, including gesture control and what BMW calls an intelligent personal assistant, which works a bit like the Siri or Google Assistant systems that you might use on your phone. And that's there to answer questions that you can voice to the car as you drive it. Time to move rearwards and experience the part of the 7 Series on which the designers have lavished considerable care, which is just as well because this will be the most important area of the car for many potential buyers. Here, as mentioned earlier, we've gone for the short wheelbase model, but even so, standards of legroom are still generous, and they almost exactly match those of the class standard setting Mercedes S-Class. Plus, you'll enjoy around 30mm more headroom than that car can offer before you recline your neck into these lovely stitched headrests. In this case, as you can see, we've got a conventional rear bench, a seat very much tailored for two. A third adult was sat somewhat uncomfortably on this raised centre section. Heated upholstery is standard, and you can also on request add in seat massaging functionality. Rear window sun blinds, they would also be nice to have. If you've gone for the long wheelbase body shape, then you might also want to look at rear seat ventilation, and that's specifying the panoramic Sky Lounge glass roof, which includes 15,000 graphic patterns that generate an adaptable ceiling display that's reminiscent of a starlit sky. Onto luggage space. The boot lid is electrically activated, of course, thanks to the standard comfort access package. You can raise it with a swipe of your foot beneath the bumper if key in pocket you're approaching this BMW heavily laden down with bags. It rises to reveal a 515-litre boot that's a fraction larger than that of a rival Mercedes S-Class and 10 litres bigger than the trunk that you'll find in a competing Audi A8. What we can say with certainty is that the Life Cycle Impulse package of updates have successfully rejuvenated this car's proposition in the sector, and they've built on this Mark 6 model's existing attributes, namely that it's cleaner than its competitors and it's more confidence-inspiring to drive. Confidence, in fact, is something that this BMW is now not short of. Buyers wanted a statement saloon that was more than just a supersized 5 Series, and that's exactly what BMW's delivered. We think your typical Asian or American plastic surgeon or company director will love it, and there's just a chance that you might too.